Intellect is like a scalpel which is constantly cutting through everything. Your ability to discriminate between one thing and the other is purely because of your intellect. You can make a distinction between me and this seat only because your intellect is functioning. You know that you must come through the door, not through the wall, only because your intellect is functioning. Without the activity of the intellect, you cannot discriminate. So this is like a scalpel which is cutting everything to give you some sense of perception. If a knife has to cut through anything effortlessly and well, it's extremely important that whatever that it cuts through does not stick to it. You cut a cake today, tomorrow you cut bread, day after tomorrow you cut something else. If all of it, the residue of it goes on sticking to this knife, after some time, this knife becomes a useless knife. I think some of you, in your kitchens, you must have experienced that. You cut onions with this knife. After that, you go and cut mangoes, you go and cut apples, everything tastes like onion. Isn't it so? Because the residue of what you cut through, once it sticks to the knife, now that knife in many ways becomes more of a nuisance than of help. Or in other words, once your intellect gets identified with something or the other, after that, your intellect gets chained with identifications. Once this happens, you have a completely distorted experience of the mind. Your mind, that which should have been a ladder to the divine, unfortunately has become a stairway to hell. Simply because it is so identified with so many things. It is just that if you keep your intellect unidentified with anything, starting from your body, if you do not even identify yourself with the body, that if you do not look at yourself not even as a man or a woman, your family, your qualifications, your society, your caste, creed, community, nation, whatever, a million other identifications that you take on in your life. If you do not identify your intellect or if you do not encumber your intellect with any of these identifications, every human being will naturally lead himself on to his ultimate nature. There is no other way.